Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. We're going to begin with an alarming surge in new COVID infections in the U.S. For the first time in 2 months, the country is again averaging more than 100,000 new cases per day. More than 1,100 Americans are dying each day from COVID, and nearly 50,000 are being treated in hospitals. While the Delta variant remains the dominant strain of the coronavirus, the new Omicron variant is also spreading rapidly. Cases have now been detected in at least 18 states, but scientists still aren't sure if it is more dangerous than previous variants. And scientists in South Africa, where Omicron was first detected, say that symptoms in most cases have been mild. Well, the mayor of New York City today announced one of the nation's toughest COVID vaccination mandates in the country, forcing all private businesses to require their workers to get their shots by December 27th. That's actually 3 weeks from now. CBS's Nikki Battiste is going to lead off our coverage tonight in New York with all those details. Good evening, Nikki.
Norah, good evening. Not only is it one of the toughest mandates in the country, New York is now believed to be the first city to require vaccines for all workers. And now children here as young as 5 must be vaccinated before any indoor dining or entertainment. The New York mayor today called his mandate requiring all private workers be fully vaccinated a preemptive strike against the cold weather and the new Omicron variant.
Look, this is how we put health and safety first, by ensuring that there is a vaccine mandate that reaches everyone universally in the private sector.
The mandate will affect 184,000 businesses, but will not apply to people working from home, and there will be no testing alternative. Early data shows that the new Omicron variant produces mild symptoms at worst. In fact, it is believed to be the Delta variant, driving a new wave of cases across the U.S., averaging more than 100,000 a day, with an increase in hospitalizations as well. With much about Omicron still unknown, Dr. Anthony Fauci urged Americans not to get complacent.
We really got to be careful before we make any determinations that it is less severe or really doesn't cause any severe illness comparable to Delta.
The new variant has now been detected in at least 18 states, including Louisiana, where 17 new COVID cases were discovered on a Norwegian cruise line ship that had just returned to port on Sunday. The cruise line said all crew and guests had been required to be fully vaccinated. One of the cases involves a South African crew member who is suspected to have the Omicron variant.
Is there any data yet to show how effective our current vaccines are when it comes to Omicron?
All of the vaccines have shown some degree of cross-protection in terms of virus-neutralizing antibodies, so I would expect the same will be true of Omicron.
Dr. Peter Hotez says vaccination remains the best protection.
If you haven't gotten vaccinated yet, you're playing with fire.
Dr. Hotez says a real concern with Omicron is reinfection, especially for anyone who is unvaccinated. Here in New York City, more than 10% of eligible adults have not gotten a vaccine yet. Norah?
Nikki Battiste, thank you.